This is Forces TV. The next programme contains strong language.
Race up, shoulder movement.
Two. It's a job interview like no other.
One.
And it's earned the reputation as one of the toughest courses in the British Army. It pushes recruits to the very limits of their physical and mental endurance.
Okay, Joe, get up, stop showing up.
And beyond. And any young man hoping to join the parachute regiment must first demonstrate they have the determination and robustness to pass this gruelling 28-week course, including its legendary test week, P Company.
Well done, 12, come on.
During this series, Forces TV has been given unique access as we follow a group of young men taking on the biggest challenge of their lives. Up to now, they've only dreamed of joining the paras. Now, they must prove they have what it takes to be a paratrooper. Not all will make it to the end. Who will achieve their ultimate ambition and join the parachute regiment? The first week of parachute regiment training in Catterick was taken up with admin and kit issue. Now the recruits of Athens Platoon will see their training rapidly intensify as they develop the fundamental skills to be an infantry soldier. This morning, the recruits known in training or depot as Joes begin their first Fieldcraft exercise. During 2 days out in the open, they'll learn the essential skills for surviving and fighting on the ground. The recruit's first task is to construct a shelter, known as a basher.
Build 2 rows, yeah, and then they build them up like a pyramid.
It's just a portable roof, I think of it anyway. So that, for me, that is pretty much your own little house that you can take anywhere you go.
It's a funny thing, you know, but a lot of people, and I could even have been one of them, don't realise what soldiers actually do. They'll watch the TV and they'll see Camp Bastion out in Afghanistan and, you know, that kind of thing, and people going out on patrol, but you don't think about where these people sleep, how they administrate themselves when they're not out on the ground. They don't have nice barracks to go back to, or even a tent. This is sort of a wake-up call for a lot of them, you know, this is how you're going to live, and it's not just for one night.
Bacon and beans and tomato sauce, how's that sound? Right.
On intense operations and exercises, soldiers are issued with a 24-hour ration pack containing boil-in-the-bag meals, snacks and energy drinks totalling 4,000 calories.
Have we all got the scoff cooking now, yes?
Never had to like cook your own food, because usually if you stay at like a campsite it's like got a cafe or something nearby, so you just go there. What I did was I tried to boil in the bag muesli, and you can't do that with them. You meant to boil the water, then pour the water in, and Corporal Granville come and told me off.
Applying camouflage or cam cream effectively is not as straightforward as it seems.
Got off and go.
Corporal Granville used this as like a demonstration with cam cream, and unfortunately I was a demonstration of putting too much cam cream on, and he just used black cam cream.
I love cam cream. I think it's amazing. I'd cam up every day if I could. And people get lazy with it. I'm not sure why. You know, you got to cam up. You go in the field, you got to put cam cream on. So you might as well get it on and cover everybody your face. There's no point in doing a half-assed job. Any items that you see, write them down. If you can't positively identify them, put a description of the item, and then I want the principle of why you saw that item, be it shine, be it texture, be it shape, whatever it might be.
Ambushes and improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, were a constant danger for soldiers in Afghanistan.
What is it, Joe?
Knowing how to spot something out of the ordinary in their surroundings, batteries, wires, discarded items could one day save their lives.
It was interesting. No one saw the raisins on the floor, which were literally right in front of us, so you'd expect someone to see it, but no one did.
It's early evening, and with a cold, wet night ahead, some recruits are already forgetting what they've been taught.
What are you supposed to be wearing on your back? Daysack, aren't you? Right, go fucking get it now.
You know, you've got to live, you've got to administrate yourself, you've got to be able to fight from that position. You know, they've got to switch on, because that will never be taught again. You know, we teach them that, and it's up to them to keep them skills on the belt.
It's 7 a.m, and after a freezing, soggy night out in the field, the exercise is still not over. Each part of their kit and every item of clothing must be cleaned before they can even think about taking a hot shower.
The amount of ironing we've got to do.
Right, Joe, today, obviously, we'll do the Trinasium. Obviously, the two parts to the Trinasium, Joe. We'll do the small one first of all. We'll do a walkthrough, talk through, and afterwards we'll do a walkthrough, talk through of the big Trinasium. Are there any questions? No, sir. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Number one, stop! Go! Next one, close! Stand by! Go! Go!
The Trainasium is unique to parachute regiment training. It's an aerial assault course designed to test their reaction to a word of command, only 60 feet up in the air. They tackled part of it before during their initial assessment. Now, with the weather conditions making it trickier, they must take on the entire circuit, including, for the first time, the high shuffle bars.
Touch your toes! Up! And carry on. Go!
And Superman jump.
Better! Good! There! Back! There you go, get up! Stop showing off! Get back up there and go again! Go, get up there, go! Hurry up!
During the 7 months of their training, the recruits will spend most of their time away from their loved ones. Families Day gives mums, dads, nans, siblings and girlfriends their first chance to see how their boys are getting on.
Probably in a lot of people's minds, we're probably quite a thuggish organisation if you look at us from the outside. But actually, the parents come down, it gives them a chance to see that their children are in good hands.
The young men that I've got here to look after for 6 months are going to do extraordinary things because they're extraordinary people.
Captain Scott Ratcliffe has just taken command of Athens Platoon. He knows that a reassuring relationship between the families and training team is vital if their sons are going to successfully pass out.
For most of them, they don't come from a regimental background. They don't necessarily have parents that were in the army before them. So their understanding is exactly that of their parents. What's happening in that centre? What is my son being made to do?
It's not like that at home.
By winning over the parents at the earliest stage, it can have a really good effect on the recruit through the rest of his training.
That's really heavy, isn't it?
You get to know a bit of what you do, and that Corporal Granville took the weapon, he had the weapons laid out and that. And even my dad enjoyed holding the weapons.
When we marched up, my grandma said it brought a tear to her eye. It's because she was like, oh, they've changed you within 3 weeks. It's like, it's amazing what they can do.
You know, like the normal safety procedure as well.
Nicholson's father, Gavin, spent 30 years with the RAF, becoming a squadron leader. With his wife, Linda, they were surprised by their son's choice.
It was a bit of a shocker, really. It was, no, I thought he would have joined the RAF, it would have been anything, but he was absolutely adamant. It was the parachute regiment. He found out about it, he researched it, it's what he wanted to do, and he wasn't considering any other service.
He's made his mind up. He gave a fairly lucid argument as to why he wanted to do it, so OK, you've thought about it, and, you know, we'll sort of roll with it and see what happens.
He liked the professionalism. We didn't expect him to stand up straight, look him in the eye and say, yeah, this is what we do and we're proud of it. And when he saw me running about the Trinasium, being confident, you know, doing all this and that and being happy here, you know, I think that's when he started to change his mind about it.
Okay, from this position, from the ready then, you'll be given a word of command. All it'll be is throw.
During the first 6 weeks of the course, the men of Athens Platoon will rapidly develop the skills they'll need to be frontline soldiers in the parachute regiment.
What's the first thing we do?
This morning, they'll learn how to handle and throw a grenade for the first time. For now, it's only a dummy, but they must treat it as if it's a real high-explosive device.
When we teach them a grenade from day one of the first grenade lesson 1, they need to know exactly how they're doing it. Because, you know, these things, you know, it's high explosive. It does cause a massive crater in the ground if you wanted it to.
This twat that's been in this fucking bunker has been firing at you and your muckers, hasn't it? All right? You've got the pleasure of going with your section commander up close and personal with the enemy and fucking throwing a grenade in there, okay? That sort of shit gives me a hard on, all right? So make sure you throw these grenades like you mean it. Lang, that was fucking pathetic. Identify your target. Throw. What have I just fucking told you about these weapons, Joe? I've just had a bastard discussion with you and yours has just gone in the mud. Look at the end of your muzzle now, full of shit. Go get your fucking grenade.
They've got to learn how to do it, and if they're not doing it correctly, then yeah, boom, we're on top of them, because it's a sharp blow to their mind. Whoa, what have I done wrong? Okay, I'm not, and hopefully they're not going to make that same mistake again.
If they're going to pull a grenade pin at the wrong moment, it's best they do it now.
Oh, wrong.
Dumbass. Right, put it back. Crawl the way over that fucking ISO container and stay there. Go. Crawl. Leave it here. Crawl. Hurry up. Go. Get fucking crawling.
The recruits must master grenade handling. In the final introductory exercise at the end of week 6, they'll be expected to dispatch a grenade during the chaos of an assault.
Grenade!
If these men hope to join the ranks of the parachute regiment, they must be able to cope with the intense physical and mental demands of war. So what happens now is no ordinary physical training exercise.
Do you all understand?
It's battle PT.
Last 5, we'll go again. Some of you!
And the instructors will deliberately push the recruits far beyond what they've been used to so far.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, God. Keep moving.
No! Stay low, use them feet, use your legs as well, use your legs, keep moving. You need to start lifting. Keep your head down, keep your fucking head down, look forward. You, stay down! Slow you down!
Battle PT was hideous. It's the worst thing ever.
Got it.
Obviously you get a little bit cold, you get a little bit wet, you start switching off. Okay, that's why I'm having to tell you again. Okay, if I didn't have to tell you again, we wouldn't be in this situation. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir!
Okay. Stand! Kneel! Throw!
Yeah!
Stand!
The water is, the only thing that's sticking out of the water is your head, literally. And your body is just getting cloaked by cold water. I think if you were to describe death taking over your body, that water is death giving you a cuddle. Definitely, it is horrible.
Stand!
I think it was sort of time for them to realise the serious business of being a paratrooper and what it comes down to, and sort of saying to them, you're going to need to dig deep to come out the other end.
Get past that man in front!
This isn't an attendance course. This isn't a course that you could just sort of pick the days where you want to work and pick the days where you don't really feel like it.
You've made 5 meters on him and keep driving. Come on then. Press the position down.
You've been told to do tasks. You've been told to get that ammunition box over there, 100 meters, crawl with it. But you need to do that because the guys at the front have got no ammunition. And if you don't get there, then they're going to die. If you can't do it in depot, then you don't deserve a place amongst those men that are going to fight to that standard that can do that.
Get this ammunition up there now.
Our eyes are burning, you know, we are constantly on them. We're checking, have they got the aggression to keep going? Have they got that commitment and that drive to get through to the end? You know you're going up to a position that's potentially or wanting to kill you. So they've got to have that determination that when I look back as a section commander, he's still on my tail and we're going all the way up that gully.
They need to sort of realise that they need to have the determination and the aggression to barge through and beyond anything that stands in their way to get that job done to the best of their ability.
You better get that ammunition up your section, Commander, or everyone's going running. Fucking get in there and get that ammo forward!
And that was just a small demonstration of that, I think.
Stand up! Get up!
We're putting that recruit up to a position of physical training where he is exhausted and he needs to carry on just as it would be in battle.
Stand! Zero! Bow and arrow. Stand! Zero!
It's not until you've actually done it for real you can actually put it in a different way, and we've all experienced that as a training team, and that's why we get very passionate about Battle PT, because we've all been there and we all know the consequences of you failing to carry out that task.
You can see the people that are going to give in when it really matters, and we can see the people that won't. Who are you? Let's go.
I think no matter how fit you are, you would struggle on that. But it also gives us adjusters like, could I be doing this all day whilst under fire, whilst returning fire in a battle? Keep getting to question that, but you just got to do it. You just got to crack on.
Keep moving. Get right the man in front. You're working hard in the back. Open the legs down the hill. Open the legs.
It's early morning during the final exercise of this 6-week phase of training. The platoon are emerging from an overnight patrol position or harbour area. Loaded with up to 35 pounds of kit, the recruits are now expected to put into action everything they've learned so far. One of the first lessons they were taught was how to administer their kit and personal hygiene.
Further on in their training, before final exercise, they get given the summative testing, and one of those testing is administration in the field. Can this person administrate in the field, whether it be raining, sunshine, snow, wherever it may be? We've simply got to check that.
Are you taking the piss?
No problem.
You're going to tell me it was dark when you were cleaning your weapon, aren't you?
No problem.
During an inspection, the training team can spot the smallest oversight.
Why is it dirty? Because you ain't got fucking bag round it, have you? That's why it's fucking dirty.
For me as a section commander, you are looking at your section and you are kind of like filtering out those people that are actually do need a bit more coaching and do need a bit more effort in the areas, for example, talk on the feet. Why do we talk as feet? And you need to explain to that recruit the reasons behind it, the reasons why we do clean our messings to an immaculate standard.
What's that? You're going to eat that, yeah? It's part of your fucking rations.
48 hours, Joe, in the field, and your feet are starting to deteriorate.
Clean between your toes before you fucking talc your feet, okay? Otherwise you'll go fucking dramas.
They have to realise that if they don't keep on top of their own personal admin their self, their weapon systems, then that person can go down. And losing one person in a section or a platoon that's a lot of ammunition gone, a lot of firepower.
Joe, listen in. Team commander has tasked one section, okay, to clear out 500 metres to our front, okay? Clear the area to our front of any pockets of enemy resistance. Understand?
Yes, go, bro!
Okay.
The platoon consists of 3 sections and each one is expected to carry out their first assault.
Move.
The section attack itself is the most important thing that the recruit learns in here when you're talking about offensive actions.
The section attack is used by the British Army because of its proven effectiveness.
Spaces, Joe!
A section is exactly what they go into when they arrive at battalion. They go into a rifle company and they're in an 8-man section led by a corporal. When the platoon goes into an attack,
100 metres on access!
it will deploy one of the 3 sections forwards in order to close with the enemy and destroy that enemy. So knowing how to conduct the attack, knowing the roles of each individual within the section during the attack is hugely important, and it's going to be their bread and butter in the future.
Rapid fire!
They're directed from behind by the section corporal and his second-in-command, or 2IC.
Deliberate rate! Deliberate rate! Right, 2IC! Pull yourself back!
Their aim is simple: to bring down as much firepower as possible and overwhelm the enemy.
I'm looking to see that they're applying what I've been teaching them. You are looking for not straight away all singing or dancing section attack, but if they're doing the basics well, you know, as they've been taught, then that's what we're looking for.
Once that grenade goes over Bailey, back safety clip. You and me, over the top, fire manoeuvre. It's all that position.
Communication is highly important when you talk about section attacks. It's a particularly noisy environment during an attack. Rounds are coming towards you as well as the rounds you're firing at the enemy.
Rapid fire! Grenade!
It is quite confusing, like obviously you're trying to listen to the corporal, different messages are getting shouted along, like you're in like a bit of a baseline sort of thing, and everyone needs to make sure the message is getting shouted, and you're trying to listen, you're trying to look where the enemy is and fire off your rounds and stuff and get into cover, like doing everything you've been taught, and it can get confusing.
Get off by a team!
You get knackered, and when you're breathing heavy you can't hear as much, and you're like, fuck's sake, can't hear what he's just said, and then you're looking left and right, like, are we moving forward, what are we doing, sort of thing. But yeah, like you just crack on, like, and just try and follow the lead, like the section commander, I was with Corporal Granville that time, and I was 2IC, so I really had to listen and like take everything in that he was saying and stay switched on.
Not bad for the first step, Joe, okay?
The section attacks have gone well for Athens. But if they think they'll sleep easy tonight, they're in for a surprise.
We're going to go in now. We're going to have a simulated enemy firing shots into the harbour. It tests their reaction and it tests them at a vulnerable time, because you are weakest when you're conducting administration, because you've got least guns on the positions and you're going to have people caught short. We are hoping that the recruits are going to be fast and furious and fire shots back. However, with it being an introductory exercise, we're anticipating that it's going to be a bit of a bugger's muddle in there.
Contact! Fire! 15 metres!
In complete darkness, Athens Patrol have to defend their position. Although they have a long, relentless night ahead, Athens Platoon have successfully completed the first phase of their training. Next time, the recruits help each other get to grips with the obstacle course.
Fucking hell.
Hope there's not a hair out of place during locker inspection.
Left, right, left.
And will they pass their drill test and pass off the square?